The development of bee colonies is a fundamental part of beekeeping, and we've been focusing on it for years. However, nature doesn't always provide the resource needed for optimal growth. That's where supplementary feeding with pollen substitute patties and herbal syrups comes in. In this video, I'll show you exactly how we use these methods to help our colonies thrive. Stay with me, it will be informative and useful. I am Oscar, and let's dive straight into it. In my last video, I briefly talked about a new technology we are developing, the intelligent stimulation systems. Soon, I share more details about how it works and how we use it in our beekeeping. But for now, let's focus on the combined stimulation strategy we currently use.
I wanna be happy, 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 day and night, wanna be alright, happy.
First, let's clarify an important point. When I talk about stimulation, I mean both syrup feeding for energy and patty feeding for protein. Bees needs both to grow and thrive. Providing only syrup or only patties isn't real stimulation. It's just food replacement. True stimulation combines the two of them. Now that we are covered that, let's move on. I'll share your annual stimulation strategy, and I hope it will help you better understand how it works. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on notification, and leave a like if you find this helpful. We use two types of stimulation methods, depending on the weather. Our strategy is always based on combining syrup and patty feeding. In late autumn, when we prepared for colonies for winter, we placed about 500 grams of pollen substitute patties in the hives. This ensures the bees have what they need if food gets scarce. We also use a vacuum feeding system, a bucket method popular in the US, to provide syrup. This way, our colonies have everything they need to get through the winter.
Lovely, 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 bold and bright, wanna find my light, lovely.
In early spring, when the colonies begin brood rearing, usually mid to late January in our area, we check how much of the patties and the syrup they've used. This year, for example, they consumed about 65% of the patties and the syrup need refilling. Our early spring stimulation starts when the colonies begin brood rearing. Since the weather is still cold and the bees cluster tightly, we use the vacuum feeding method. We drill 2 to 3 small 2 milliliter holes in the bucket lid, allowing the bees to consume around 100 milliliter of syrup daily. Alongside this, we continuously replenish the pollen substitute patties as needed. By the way, we make your patties using a special recipe we've developed. I'll share more about that in an upcoming video, maybe stay tuned if you are interested. We use the bucket feeding system until the weather stabilizes at around 10 to 12 Celsius or 50 to 54 Fahrenheit. For us, this usually happens by mid-February. At that point, we activate your automatic stimulation systems.
My hand and tell me everything is good. Strike up the band and let's wake up the neighborhood. They'll never get us, they'll never catch us. No.
When starting the automatic stimulation system, we ease the bees into it by providing a small amount of syrup, adjusted to the average strength of the colonies. Initially, the system runs for just 1 minute, 3 times a day, delivering about 50 milliliters of syrup per session per family. This helps ensure the bees adapt to the feeding schedule. Once they accustomed, we gradually increase the frequency to 10 sessions per day, each delivering 50 milliliters. Here's what the full stimulation schedule looks like. 4 a.m. 50 milliliters, 6 a.m. 50 milliliters, 8 a.m. 50 milliliters, 10 a.m. 50 milliliters, 12 a.m. 50 milliliters, 2 p.m. 50 milliliters, 4 p.m. 50 milliliters, 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. 50 milliliters, and 10 p.m. 50 milliliters. This schedule practically mimics natural nectar flow, promoting faster and stronger colony development. Alongside this, we ensure that patties are always available, as bees might not find enough quality pollen in the nature. Together, these methods meet the nutritional needs of our colonies, supporting rapid growth.
I wanna be happy, happy, happy.
We adjust the amount of frequency of stimulation based on external nature flow. The goal during the spring stimulation period is to support colony development in preparation for the foraging season. About a week to 10 days before the nectar flow begins, we stop stimulation. This ensures the bees use the syrup for brood rearing, not storing it, which avoids contamination of the honey harvest. In the autumn, August to September, our focus shifts to maximizing brood production and gradually building up winter stores. We increase the syrup amounts by 10 to 20% depending on the colony's needs, ensuring they accumulate food reserves daily. By October, we further increase the feeding to 30 to 35%, allowing colonies to fully stock up within 2 to 3 weeks.
I wanna be lucky, lucky.
This brings us back full circle in the late autumn preparations. With this stimulation strategy, our colonies remain healthy and productive year-round. One more important detail. From November to February, we add treatments for nosema and charbrood directly into the patties. This includes fumagillin and other components for disease prevention. And yes, we also treat for varroa mites, but that's a topic for another video maybe. I hope this gave you valuable insight into your stimulation strategy. If you find it useful, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to check out my previous video. Until next time, keep buzzing.